Hey everybody, this has been a weird day in YouTube history. First of all, it was marked by Lily Singh being named as the replacement for the Tonight Show host. I mean, if you can believe it. I mean, she is going to be the new face of the Tonight Show, the first female host. I think it's incredible news, right? Lily Singh. And you know, she's replacing a legend. And you have to just stop. You have to stop and just pause. I mean, think about that. Lily is a YouTuber, strictly a YouTuber, and she's going to replace Jimmy Fallon. Okay, but then we have this tearfully sad news. I mean, what's going on that's leading to this violence? I don't know what's causing it, but it's got to be put to a stop. And my condolences go out to those who passed away and who've been horrified by this. The whole world is. But the reports are that one of the people who was responsible for these New Zealand shootings was heard to basically say, go and listen to PewDiePie on YouTube. And look, PewDiePie has said some messed up stuff, all right? But he has never, to my knowledge, advocated any kind of harm to anyone. In fact, on his Twitter account, he says, just heard the news of the devastating reports from New Zealand, Christchurch. I felt absolutely sickened having my name uttered by this person. My heart and thoughts go out to the victims, families, and everyone affected. Here, you can look at this right here. Everyone affected, all right? Everyone affected by this tragedy. Again, just heard the news of the devastating reports from New Zealand, Christchurch. I feel absolutely sickened having my name uttered by this person. My heart and thoughts go out to the victims, families, and everyone affected by this tragedy. And then before that, he says, Happy Pi Day. Now subscribe, damn it. That's pretty smart. I am a pioneer YouTube partner. I've been on YouTube since April 21st of 2006. And I have amassed my own little following. Perhaps one of you is watching or two today. And I've seen a lot. And I will tell you that, I will tell you this. I don't believe that people go out with the idea on YouTube that they're going to intentionally sow the seeds of the demise of another person. And I can safely speak for YouTube and YouTube partners in particular that that's not the case. You don't last on YouTube long at all if that's your intent. You just don't. I've seen a lot of people come and go, all right? Steady players don't do that. But having said all that, I will say this. There have been a number of times where PewDiePie has crossed the line. And there are people out there who, in this new era of entertainment gathering, get their information primarily from YouTube, sometimes only from YouTube. There's a lot of stuff on YouTube, right? And then for them, some of them, PewDiePie becomes this itch that they've got to scratch. But unfortunately, they may take some of what he says to an extreme, view him as an extremist when he is not. When he's saying things for effect to get you to come back. Now, is that good? Yes, but it's only good to a point where it becomes not good. And when PewDiePie gets to a point where his name is mentioned, all right, he's got to stop and say, you know, what the blank am I doing here? And how can I do it differently? All right? How can I do it differently? He's got to square that circle. Because right now, PewDiePie's name sits at, he's become a worldwide trend on Twitter, okay? And so looking at the comments that were made, there's 7.2 thousand comments. It says, you know, look, one Josh Olin says, I've had a game I poured my years of my life in producing. And he says even psychopaths watch movies, play games, and participate in YouTube communities. They can say literally anything before doing something heinous. It's not your fault. I agree. PewDiePie, he may not want to do this. I have one. He should adopt a really strong filter. Word comment filter, because some people come in because they can say anything. I have a 900 word filter. You can't do that on my channel. All right. And that may be why, in fact, I know that's why I don't have as many views as I should, because people come and there's certain words they can't use and that comment gets obliterated automatically and they don't come back. Cool. I wish YouTube would change the algorithm so that was less the case. Sam Patesh says, here's the comments here, all right? It's obviously not his fault. No one's saying that, though. The fact is he just promoted Shapiro, who clearly inspired the Quebec mosque shooting and likely also inspired this shooter. So, okay, I don't know about that. Josh Olin said, I've seen a lot of dumb messages saying precisely that nobody intelligent is saying, but I promise you people will say it, people will question it, scrutinize it, politicians will weaponize it, and it might stress him out. Oh, it says, dude, you're not a racist or Nazi. That was BS, seriously. But it's been clear for years the Quebec mosque shooter was primarily influenced by Shapiro and wasn't mentally ill. You need to be more careful. Shapiro has said so many of the things the shooter said inspired him. I don't know who Shapiro is. He says, you had nothing to do with this tragedy as unfolded, nor did you ask your name to be involved by a crazy, violent person. Every individual is responsible for his or her own actions. Be well. And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything, inspire mass murders. You can do anything. What is this? Anyone with a working brain knows you had absolutely nothing to do with this. Well, this guy doesn't have a working brain. It says, everyone say it with me. PewDiePie had nothing to do with the mass shooting. PewDiePie had nothing to do with the mass shooting. There you go. Suko says, the shooter clearly had mental issues. For getting attention, who goes and kills 50 people? Oh. The whole point, though, is that this is happening too damn much, you know? I mean, it's just too damn much, okay? It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And, we need, and I think YouTube needs, we need to really, as a YouTube community, talk about how we're impacting the world. I mean, think about it. Not just, are we talking about this with PewDiePie, right? But Lily Singh is replacing Jimmy Fallon on Tonight Show. I gotta make a vlog about that. That's huge. Lily, it's great. I mean, YouTubers are all walks of life. We're doing it all, man. You know what I mean? This is great stuff. Okay? So, but these, this stuff is awful. I mean, like there's this other guy who's, trying to, look at this, okay? This is the stuff that's ridiculous. Look at this. This dude is really trying to blame PewDiePie for this, shaking my head. PewDiePie's racism inspired the shooter, and you're chanting lunatics all sound like a cult. Blank you, PewDiePie didn't do this to inspire this terrorist. I know, he didn't, say it louder for the people in the back. And Sparkina says, this is beyond hypocritical. I'd rather do a lot of hard thinking why he might have mentioned me if I were you. I agree here. Why are so many YouTube influencers actually thinking the fact they are influencing people doesn't bring responsibility? He's got a point there, okay? He's got a point there. I'll like that one, okay? And he says, I cannot stress enough that you should take a break and go to some far-off place for a vacation if you can. Your life is going to be hell for a while. It's okay to run sometimes. Whew, run from what? Let's see what this guy got in terms of responses here. I'm just writing amen. Okay, because I agree there. Amen. But then, what is he saying here? It says, what? Jeez. So because he's been using PewDiePie's name to get fame on his side, he can really just say any name, but since Pewd had problems before and the media painted a bad image of him, Pewd's an easy target. Just really, blank then blank you if you've not even watched his videos. And then it says, because the shooter was memeing, and I'm not kidding,
The guy's gun even had a meme on it, remove kebab, and oh jeez Louise, this is horrible stuff. It says, dude, you didn't seriously just suggest the shooter was influenced by some kid, teenager, adult, did you? Well, let's put it this way, okay? I see what he's saying. All right, I see what that guy is saying. Okay, because again, I go back to the whole Lily Singh example. And for those of you who don't know, Lily Singh is a pioneer, not a pioneer YouTuber. I'm a pioneer, but a popular YouTuber, amazingly popular YouTuber, Superwoman, who is just named the new host of the Tonight Show. I mean, isn't that freaking huge? Okay, think about that. And it this is a whole new era for YouTube and YouTubers. I got to write a book here. There's a book in here. I started writing one book called My Life as a YouTube Partner, but I think there's another one in here. I got to start just sitting down and writing. But because as the song says, there's something happening here, right? But getting back to PewDiePie. I don't want to get off track. Getting back to PewDiePie, all right? And I want to hear your comments on this. I want to read your comments, but I don't, you know, as this person says that PewDiePie is not funny, okay? And yeah, and I hear what you're saying. Yeah, I completely hear what you're saying. PewDiePie is not funny, and I've never really watched his stuff. I did a few times, but it's like he makes these statements, and sometimes I'm thinking, you know, I think maybe sometimes you got to be a 7-year-old to figure out what he's saying. I'm not saying that any of you are a 7-year-old or 14-year-old, all right? And Peeker says PewDiePie, Preaker wants everybody to unsubscribe from PewDiePie, all right? Dexman says he's not funny. So, Preaker Mishra, obviously you have some issues about PewDiePie, okay? I get you, all right? He started off as a gamer, right? However, it must be said that PewDiePie, and I don't say this, I say this to be truthful, not nice, but the fact of the matter is that PewDiePie has used racism to elevate his count. And the one thing I don't like about the way this community has turned is racism tends to get you views. It's not a good thing, okay? It's not a good thing. So PewDiePie has some thinking to do. This has been a rough period for a lot of people, and again, my heart goes out to the people who lost their lives in New Zealand. Unbelievably sad, terrible, horrible, and what other adjective can I think of? I don't know. Just bad. It really is bad, sad, everything. So for those of you watching, double XP week. Thanks, hashtag, for telling me that. You know, double XP week. I'm glad you all are here. Well, you don't know me. I'm Zinni Abraham, Zinni62 Media. I generally talk about politics, news, sports, and tech. I know we have the Gaming Society coming up. The GDC, Game Developers Conference, is coming up. I will not be attending. You said who's replacing Jimmy Fallon? Lily Singh, YouTube. Let me show you this. This is huge. This is huge. All right, huge. All right. This is major huge. Look at this. Tonight Show. Lily. All right. Here it is. All right. Look at this. YouTubers. Look at this. All right. NBC taps Lily Singh to replace Carson Daly in late night. All right. Oh, I see. She's not. You know what? She's replacing. Oh, okay. I jumped the gun. I was wrong. She's not replacing Jimmy Fallon. She's replacing Carson Daly. Okay, that's it's still a great idea. It's still huge. All right, that's still huge. That's like a stepping stone. 'Cause I'm thinking, wait a minute, you're taking a YouTuber, you're gonna put her in the place of the guy who's hosting the Tonight Show? No way. I was wrong. I'm glad I didn't make a vlog out of that. Look, NBC taps Lily Singh to replace Carson Daly in late night. Okay. There you go, all right? And so there's Lily. Oh, Lily has, yeah, see? She's amassed fame as a YouTube star, has been tapped to replace Carson Daly as the host of NBC's 1 a.m. talk show. Let me get back to reading your comments. This is Proksh. I want to read what you're saying here. Thank you for adding your comment. Let me read it one moment. Here it says, Proksh says, first of all, when this series came to pass him on his sub count, hold on a second, right here, all right? He says, first of all, when T-Series came to pass him on his sub count, he made it India versus against West. Oh, I've never experienced such racism before. You're saying PewDiePie did this? Hashtag says, how did PewDiePie come about? I've never seen this video before. I didn't hear anything about PewDiePie. PewDiePie came about because he was mentioned reportedly by one of the people that committed the heinous act. But Picture, take me back. You're saying that PewDiePie had attacked Indian people? Is that what you're saying to me? You're saying that because he was upset that he was surpassed by in subscription count by Lily? Is that what you're saying? Am I reading that correctly? Yeah, let me know. If just give me a thumbs up or just say yeah, whatever. That's awful. Is that what you're saying? I don't watch him. I'm too busy doing my own thing, working. I've got clients, right? Picture says, and when India was dealing with a big terrorist attack, thousands of his fans are commenting, nuke India to defeat T-Series. Oh my lord. See, what's happened is that PewDiePie has allowed this cesspool to form among his comments. And I see, now everything is adding up. Now I'm getting it, okay? Now I see. So basically, PewDiePie has allowed this cesspool to form, and he's done nothing about it in his comments. And it's led to YouTube basically saying, hey, look, they didn't say it to him. This was a generic directive. For those who don't have like a 900-word plus filter like I do, right? To get control of your comments. Otherwise, we're going to take punitive measures. Like maybe you'll lose your channel, all right? Stuff like that, okay? So that's interesting. Now, No Black Krypton is weighing in. No Black Krypton is saying, it's never about PewDiePie. It was never about PewDiePie versus T-Series. It's about whites versus brown black people. Are you kidding me? That's stupid. I mean, anyone with half a brain knows that we're all mixed up anyway. I mean, if you think that you're pure anything, you're in for a rude awakening. You're not pure anything, okay? I mean, really, you're not, okay? He says it's about many of his supporters love his content as he legitimizes hate or sarcasm. He does do that. You're right. He does do that. But it's like this medium is spreading anti-intellectualism. But you don't have to be smart to know that you're not pure anything. You know, people who think they're pure white, you're not pure white. All it takes is one of me back in your history to kill that idea. Just one. That's it. Hashtag says, Dictator PewDiePie. Dictator. Practitioner says, an Indian YouTube channel named T-Series is about to replace PewDiePie for most subscribed channel. Okay. This is great. I'm going to blog about this. I didn't realize that. You know, it's great to get back into what's happening in the YouTube community. I've sort of had my own silo, right, for years and doing my own thing. But it's great to do this and reach out and find out what the frick is going on out there. That's crazy. See, in my day, when we started as YouTubers talking to each other, there was some, like, for example, we had Renetto, Spricket24, Renetto's guy named Paul Robinetto, right? This goes back to 2007. Some of you are probably so younger, you're like, hey, I was maybe 4 years old then. Okay, fine. But my point is that, or maybe 7 years old then, all right, fine. But my point is that it was a heady time because we were using the camera to talk to each other through YouTube, and then we meet in person and continue those dialogues. But compared to what's happening here, they were far more respectful, and the subscriber counts were a lot lower, but it was clear that everybody was on to something with YouTube, right? Hashtag says, go to Flare TV, there's a live sub count going on as we speak. Okay, Flare TV.
on YouTube, Flare TV. Oh, duh, of course on YouTube, Zinni. Oh, stupid. Flare TV, PewDiePie. Look, this is what I get. Look at this. Look at this, okay? Look at this, all right? Flare TV, PewDiePie, social, right? Wow, okay. His fans vandalized a World War II memorial by tagging sub to PewDiePie on it. Are you kidding? So basically, you're telling me that PewDiePie has become this sort of unofficial vent place for white supremacy? That's what it sounds like. And, you know, YouTube's got to hold him accountable for this. Ah, now hey, looky what I found. You'll be proud that I found it so quickly. Take a look. Look at this. Look at that. Okay. PewDiePie versus T-Series live sub count. Now, I don't want to get copyright claims, so I'm not going to play it. All right? But you can see that. T-Series is closing in on PewDiePie as we speak. 70 million? That's freaking crazy. I mean, my God. I think I'm going to start following that. That's enormous. Hey, sub to me so that when I make an update, you'll at least know about it, right? This is crazy stuff. How did I miss this? And TubeFilter is asking the question, who won the PewDiePie and T-Series YouTube subscriber battle? And this is crazy. And then T-Series versus PewDiePie, the YouTube battle is on. This was written by The Statesman March 13th. And apparently what I showed you there was when they were at 70 million. Now PewDiePie is according to this last week. Oh, this is interesting. Let me read this one by another commenter. Commenter informs us, Priyani, am I pronouncing your name correctly? If I'm not, please forgive me. Says, Pew jokes about everything. Same as with T-Series. Let me show you what this is, okay? Pew jokes about everything, same as with T-Series, but his fans turned this joke into a war. I don't think Pew really cares about being a #1, but his fans are hating on India and Indians. Jeez, they have no life. So are you saying to me that indirectly this contributed to that whole deal? I mean, I did not know this. I'm getting a real education today, but an education in how YouTube has impacted society, okay? It says, please shout out. What do you want me to, you said, what is it that you want me to shout out? You? Are you saying, Munindaz, is that shout out you? There, you got a shout out. You got a shout out and a visual mention. How's that? I gave you a shout out. Is that what you wanted? All right. We got to do this again, okay? Because I was talking about NFL business situation and all that, but Pideman says the Pewd reference has nothing to do with the shooter aside from, thank you for telling me this, aside from, the Pewd reference has nothing to do with the shooter aside from the shooter was very much about the troll life. Okay. See the shooter's manifesto for more details. Okay. Hash says, you can play it, just don't show it through your stream. There's no video, just a sub count. It's 80. Yeah, I got that. I saw that one. No, thank you. You're very welcome. This message is held for review. At the risk, I'll show it. It says, he says, most of his comments on T-Series videos were street cheers, a child. Oh, gosh. Okay. Ugh, jeez Louise. Okay. Pineman says the shooter speaks about other trendy subjects as well. Okay. But it's mostly racism, huh? So that's what really gets me. I just was like, I'll stick to politics, news, sports, and tech, Perry says, like what? Like what? You mean, oh yeah, same question I would ask, because I'd be pretty sure I was asking you, Pideman, because Pideman, you say the shooter speaks about other trendy subjects as well. And Perkshire's saying, like what? That's a great question. Like what? Give us an example. What trendy subject are you talking about? What do you mean? What possibly do you mean? It's a good question. We got an answer? Just curious. All right, folks. It is 5:15 in the East, and I need to get some rest. Lakshya says PewDiePie has nothing to do with it, though. No, he doesn't. I mean, you know, but I want to delve into this more. Help me if you have anything to let me know. Hey, put in the put in the comment area here, okay? For this, the Zenny62. My email is there if you have any other tips, that sort of thing. All right, thank you everybody for this. I appreciate it. It's been very eye-opening. Thank you. He just inspired. Okay. It was only a trending topic, so he used it. Wow.